This Friday night, a triple main event in Albany at the Washington Avenue Armory as Pedro Morales steps into the ring and squares off against a 345-pound Siberian giant, Nikolai Volkov. And you'll also see in single matches Tony Garea as Tony meets handsome Jimmy Valiant, and then Dean Ho will meet luscious John Valiant. In any event, Lou Albano is going to be very busy on this night in Albany. And speaking of Lou Albano and the tag team champions, let's bring him on right now.
Hey, baby, we've been partying since last Friday, and it's this Friday. Here you go. Now we done beat the boys, as I said before, as a team. We took the championship from the boys. Notice I call them boys because I don't consider them men. I only consider them Valiant brothers and the captain, true men and true champions. Now they want a chance at my champions singly. All right, I signed the match. Where? In the capital, New York State capital, Albany, New York. My hometown. I'm New York City born and raised, but Albany now is my hometown. I'm here to stay, and I'll be there for many a day. Now you know that. My men are champions. They will compete with the best and beat the best and still remain world champions. I give you James Valiant. Tell him, James.
We want to be announced from Albany, New York. From now on, Daddy, Albany, New York is where we're from, Daddy. This is the state capital, baby. You got the capital of the wrestling. We're coming right to the state capital. Right from New York City. Right up in a limo, baby. Right from New York City, baby. Straight on. I might take a taxi. I might give the bay a big G, no tip. You never know what I'm going to do. Splash, splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night.
Hey, Tony Garea is going to step into the ring against this man right here. And in single competition, your tag team partners have never broken up like this in single competition.
Whether it's singly or as a team, they are poetry in motion. They have learned to work together or alone. And with the guidance of the captain, the guiding light, they cannot be beaten. Now, how can you know what my champions are going to do when they don't know? I don't know. Ain't nobody knows. Only
know. From Kokomo.
You don't know. How do you know?
I'm going to say no more.
Ain't gonna say no.
The Valiant brothers, along with Louis Albano, handsome Jimmy Valiant.
Twisted steel, baby. Jived in with sex appeal. Don't you know?
Oh, let's twist again. Last summer, like we did last Friday.
What are you going to do with the Valiant brothers meeting Dean Ho and Tony Garea only in single competition? But right now, let's bring on Fred Blassie and Nikolai Volkov meeting Pedro Morales this Friday night.
Just a minute, Pencilneck. Stay off there, Nikolai. Stay off. I'm going to do the talking. And I tell you, all the eyes in the wrestling world are on Albany, because this time, I guarantee you, Pedro Morales, you're going to quit. And I know it for a fact, Pedro Morales is going to turn in his tights, because after this Friday night, he's going to get the beating of his life, and he won't be able, and he won't dare show that ugly little face of his that he's Pencilneck geeks around here. As I said before, all the eyes of the wrestling world, Albany will become the capital of the wrestling world this Friday night.
You know Pedro Morales' reputation, and you know he has taken on in the past huge individuals and soundly defeated them. And now Volkov, he's a big man, there's no doubt about it, an extremely strong man, but Pedro's accustomed to this type of man.
Just a minute. Don't try to lie to these people. Tell them the truth. Pedro Morales is a little pipsqueak like that. He wears built-up heels, elevator shoes, and he gets in the ring and then he pumps some air in his heels, and that makes him about 5'8". But this man has never met a man, and I use the word very loosely when I refer to Pedro Morales as a man, because that's what he's going to meet. Nikolai Volkov, and Nikolai Volkov will defeat him, and will annihilate him, and will kill him.
Definitely a match to see this Friday night. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on Dean Ho and Tony Garea. Tony meeting handsome Jimmy Valiant, and of course, Dean, you're meeting luscious John Valiant, and Lou Albano claims that he's got a few surprises in store, and he's extremely confident. He's not bothered at all that he's splitting up his tag team combination.
Well, Vince, this Friday night is going to be a night of reckoning for the Valiants. Dean and I, we're not noted for quitting. We'll go all the way through. And if we can't beat these Valiants singly, we're going to have to just be carried out of the ring. That's all I've got to say. But